The following program is for mature audiences only. None of the information provided is intended to be medical or any other professional advice requiring licensing through any regulatory agency. It is for entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion is advised.
Hi, I'm Amy Satori. I'm an intuitive spiritual counselor assisting in raising the vibration of our planet. I was born with extraordinary gifts, experienced enlightenment for 6 months years ago, speak light language, and channel a being called Celeste, who is an ambassador for a Galactic Council of 60. I am able to scan your energy field for emotional blockages and talk to or aid in the healing of your organs using Qigong energy healing. I can also help you make decisions, talk to your pets, deceased loved ones, and your friends and family's higher selves. I can help you navigate your relationships and answer pressing questions in your life by talking with the unseen world. I use these skills I've developed to translate the images, feelings, impressions, and messages I'm given while tuning into you and your situation. I work Thursday through Saturday as a psychic for the Lighthouse Bookstore downtown Boulder, Colorado, and conduct remote readings all over the world. You can order a private reading from my website at amysatori.com. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow me here on Podbean, Instagram, my 1111 Twin Flame Forum on Facebook, and YouTube. Set a reminder in your phone to call live on the show any Sunday, 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, or 8:30 Eastern, to ask me a question, receive a blessing, or have me do some energy work on you. So, my friends, without further ado, let's get to today's show. Thank you so much for listening to and watching the Satori Show, you guys. I wanted to give you a little synopsis of some of the things that I've been doing lately because I'm getting some questions. People are confused a little bit. So, let me think. All right. So, typically, I work from home, and I do that pretty much every day. I have Sundays off, and during my quick readings, just as a quick little note, I try not to do quick readings on Sundays or holidays, guys. So please be respectful of me needing a day off. And even my Sundays are made, I'm making videos and editing and doing all kinds of things. So I'm still working on my day off. But anyway, so pretty much Sunday through Wednesday, I'm working from home. And how that works is you go to my website, you order either like a quick relationship spread, or you can order a remote reading. And if you're out of the country, we usually do Zoom, and I send you a link beforehand. Everything is pretty automated, so as soon as you place your order, you're given very thorough instructions on how to do everything, how long everything takes. The descriptions on my website are pretty thorough as well, so I don't leave you guessing. Let's see. Also, on Thursday through Saturday, then I work at the Lighthouse Bookstore in Boulder, Colorado, downtown. So when I give these Lighthouse updates or Lighthouse alerts, I call them on YouTube, it's from me gathering information from people who come in for readings for those 3 days. So I tend to see these patterns. I might have dreams or be given some downloads, and then these people come in and they confirm everything that I said. Or if something seems to look like a pattern is happening, then I'll announce it in one of those Lighthouse alerts. That last Lighthouse alert, though, is pretty cool because I end up telling you some more in-depth information about what twin flames are here even to do. I might break that part of the video out so that you guys could have that as a separate video to watch sometime too. But a lot is happening right now, and there's a spiritual war going on as the new earth is coming into form. So not even form, but as the new earth is happening and evolving and transforming. So if you want to be on, if you want to see the kind of like the current activities or the current energies of the twin flames at this moment, then watch those Lighthouse alerts. And you can get notification of those in my Instagram as well. And my name in Instagram is Amy Satori. Pretty easy to find me. So then I'm at the Lighthouse Bookstore. I'm available in person for Thursday through Fridays. It's best if you call and make an appointment right now because I'm getting booked up pretty fast in advance. So if you walk in, sometimes people who walk in get disappointed that they can't get right in to see me. Other than that, I do collective readings once a week. And then randomly, as things occur to me and as my guides kind of urge me to do, I will do like a talk about life. And it might be on like, it might be about different services that I offer, like helping you do work reviews, employment reviews, help you find your life purpose kind of stuff, or what do what's coming up in your future, or all these different types of things that I offer. But it also could be things about, how to know if somebody's a good friend, how to set good boundaries, how to know if you're a karmic. That's one of the ones I plan to do soon. How to navigate, how to get rid of a karmic if somebody's like taking advantage of you, and things like that. There's all kinds of really interesting talks in there. Just random things that occur to me to talk about for you guys. Let's see what else. Obviously, I do this show every Sunday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. The number is 256-291-1191. You can listen live by calling that phone number and just being asked to put on hold. I do have a call screener. His name is TD, and he's very good at what he does, and he will take care of you. If otherwise, he will ask you what you want with me and ask for your name. And then you can even make up a name if you want to. It doesn't really matter. But he'll take your name, and then he'll ask you what you want, and you just give them a little brief, reason why you're calling. And he writes it down pretty much so I can see it on the screen. And then I get on and I address you by your name, and we have a nice little talk. And I try to keep it briefer. There's a bee, a wasp. It just came in. Ooh, that's interesting. We should look up the symbolism with that. Somebody look that up. Anyway, you just stay up there. Don't you come down here. If I start screaming, it's because of the wasp, okay? Anyway, so that's that. I forget what I was saying there for a second, but yeah. Anyway. We have hopefully an interesting caller calling in tonight to address something that's kind of unique, but it kind of goes along with something I said is occurring in the Lighthouse update, the last one. So we'll see if she calls in. All right. I'm going to take the caller who's been on call longest. Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, wow. I'm on.
Yeah, sorry. I guess TD's not on yet.
No, I was waiting for him. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I have a minute. Great to talk to you.
Thanks.
I commented on your last Lighthouse video. I'm the one that told you to take some turmeric milk for your cold, but
oh, cool. Thank you.
I know. I felt really impressed at that time that I was supposed to call into the show, and I've been kind of pondering it, and I'm like, okay, because there are some questions I have that are kind of hard for me to determine for myself. Okay. But I just thought it was just kind of like, no, you need to call, and don't worry, you'll get on. And it was like, okay, and then I called, and it just
and you're the
put
first
me
one.
right on hold, and yeah, I'm the first one, so it's kind of interesting. But basically, my question is twofold. One, I believe that I'm on my life's purpose. I do have, let me shut this door because the dogs are not going to stop. Just a second.
Sure.
Quiet. That didn't help much. Anyway, I believe that I'm on my path. I have a lot of different gifts that I'm coming into touch with, like, every day. I would like to get your kind of take on that as to if I'm doing energy work for people, and it's amazing, and I love it. And I've learned a lot. I have a mentor. Her name is Julie Rowe, but I've learned a lot from her. I've learned a lot from watching your videos as well. But I have taken classes, and I'm going to take some more in September. But I just find the work to be amazing, and every time I work with someone, it's different. Every person's different, and their issues and stuff, and their different everything's different. So I'm just wondering what I can do to enhance what I'm doing, if I'm on the right path, so to speak, as far as that goes. Mm-hmm. And then there's this other issue with a person that is just plaguing my mind. I know I'm fairly certain he is my twin. We'll call him Jay, and I'm just curious when he's going to contact me, or if.
Okay. All right. So it was funny because as you were talking about everything, I was seeing all these images. Like when you said you were doing energy work, like just a second before you said that, I saw praying hands, which sometimes can be healing. And then as you said, what can I do to enhance? They started to show me this spiral energy. It kind of looked like a DNA strand. So I think they want you to know that if you, according to the intentions that you set, you could actually correct DNA. Okay. But they're also saying that sometimes you're a little bit, I don't think it's distracted so much, but they want you to really master your focus and intention when you do these sessions. Okay. Like know precisely, almost like you're a surgeon, know precisely what you're doing. And or at least intention-wise, try to be as exact as you can, because it's almost like we're videotaping this so you can watch it later. The energy of what you're doing is kind of going like kind of like a bee, like the wasp above me. Yeah, right. And it's like it's there, it's complete. I don't see really any gaps in it necessarily, but it is wonky, and and how they're trying to get. Yeah, how they're trying to get your energy is to be more like Kundalini, like, you know, like precise, like it feels like cleaned up and strong and boom, like a corkscrew. So
it's interesting you say that, because the other day I centered myself, and I was doing some clearing on myself before someone did some long distance healing on me, and I felt it. I felt the difference when I really focused. And it's not that I don't focus and set intentions with my clients, but I'm learning, and you hear my voice doing that thing it does with energy. But I'm learning, and I can feel exactly what you're talking about. You're actually describing it fairly well. Cool. But yeah, it's okay. So that's good to know. And it's interesting that they talking about the DNA, because I've been getting some downloads lately about time capsules and toxins and venoms and different things. I call them weapons of war, things that we ingest or breathe in or whatever. I could talk for days. But the DNA, I've been learning about that from my mentor as well. So, and I feel like that's why I'm going to take this other class in September. It's because I feel like I'm going to be learning a lot more in depth on those things. So, so that's interesting. It's awesome. Well,
and I feel like we're both clearing our throats.
Yeah, I can feel it. Yeah.
So also, I feel like eagle energy is assisting you right now. So you may want to look into eagle symbolism. Okay. And ask the eagle to help you. Okay. Actually, there are a few people who need to hear that about the eagle. So if that resonates, go look it up. If you're hearing hawks, for some of you, red-tailed hawks also. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else in that work. Nope. They said that's all you need for now. They're going to give you bits and pieces. Okay. But, they said dreams, too. Pay attention to your dreams. Be writing your dreams down, because they're going to give you some really awesome ideas coming up.
Okay. So, all right. That's interesting, too, because I've been feeling lately like I need to start writing my dreams down. I've only been able to, they've been really weird lately, and I only just recently started being able to remember them again. But I'm remembering bits and pieces, and they're, like, really odd, and I'm just like, I'm not going to write that down, because that's, but I've been feeling that I need to do that, so I need to do that. For
Yay. Sure. Okay. There's your confirmation. Yeah. We got to listen to those little hints, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes they can be so subtle and you're like, like I should grab my coat. And you're like, but it's hot out. Grab your coat.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to end up going on a tour of a freezer.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear clairaudiently pretty well, and I do try to pay attention. And when I don't, and then, like, I don't grab my coat and it starts pouring down rain because I live in the Pacific Northwest, I start laughing. I'm like, wow, okay, when I left the house this morning, it was sunny, and now it's like thunderstorms, and okay.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it sounds like here in Colorado. Man,
yeah.
It starts snowing in summer. You're like, what is happening?
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm from the Pacific Northwest too, so that's funny. Okay, so let's look into this guy. Jay, was it?
Yeah.
All right. Let me feel into him for a minute. Ooh. He's excited. He's got some. You have a very what?
I was going to say we have a very strong connection, and I feel like we've been connecting in the 5D like a lot. But anyway, go ahead.
No, he feels excited. He's got a great energy. In fact, I just saw the Chariot and the Knight of Swords. All right, let me feel like when he'll come.
Okay.
Let's see. This is it's the beginning of June now.
I'm 19 years older than he is, by the way. Your video, I just
freaking
watched
awesome.
it.
Oh, did you? What did you think?
I thought it was amazing because I just actually divorced someone a little over a year ago. It's been about a year and a half, and we were together for 12 years, and I was 17 years older than him. So, and that was a really tough journey. But everything you were talking about in your video about, people will say this and they will say that, and I was just laughing. I was like, oh my gosh, she's talking about my life right there.
For those who are listening who don't know what video that is, it's what is it called? It's called the How to Deal with Differences in Age, Religion, and those types of differences. So just put in the wording story differences. Thank you. Okay, so no, he's excited. I was going to say too that somebody once told me that I have a Mayan path number 9 or something like that. And when I read the description of it, I was really blown away. It said, you're going to be attracting younger guys and they're going to be attracted to you because of your youthful, playful spirit. And I was like, oh my God, that explains everything.
Yeah.
Because I've always dated young guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's how it's always been for me. And it's like, I don't go out of my way to do it. It's just what happens.
Yes. Yes. I'm with you. So all you judges better quit it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. I'm not a cougar.
Well, you are a cougar, but you're enjoying being a cougar. Okay to be a cougar. Embrace the cougar.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna put a little plug in for I Am Puma on Instagram. If you guys aren't following I Am Puma, oh my God, I love that cat. His name is Messy. He's a puma. And it is just the most, oh my God, I just love watching that cat. Okay. All right, so let's tune into your wonderful, wonderful guy's energy. He's just so excited. And
has he been watching my YouTube channel? Has he been because I feel like he is, but I have no way of knowing that. But other than the 5D.
I don't, yes, I get a yes, but it's like I for just a moment saw some 50 Shades of Grey type energy. And I was like, whoosh, what is, wow, okay. So,
we've never been intimate, we've never had sex. Let's just put it that way. We've never had sex.
Well, I'd say he's ready. He's ready for that to happen.
He was ready before we quit talking, but
oh Lord have mercy. You guys are going to have a good time. And so what I was feeling
last September, so it's
I know.
It's been a while.
Nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So it feels like the end of June, and I started to ask him why are you waiting?
Yeah.
And it's not that he's waiting. He knows the direction he's going in, But he kind of just looks like he's running around tucking things away in boxes and like kind of getting ready, like when you expect guests and you run around and do stuff getting ready. That's the energy of it.
I've been feeling like he's been trying to get his finances together, like, because he was pretty financially set, but then I know with what he had to go through before coming back to me correct, that he probably is still in the middle of that, and so he's probably trying to wrap all those details up as well.
Yeah, and some of it has to do with files, and some of it has to do with work, too.
Right.
Which does have to do with finances. So accounting.
Yeah.
I felt like it's some accounting stuff, yes. So, and he's like I'm feeling like his place looks like a bachelor pad or something. It's not like he's going to go like decorate it, but he wants it to just seem a little more friendly for a girl. So
is he back in town, or is he still in North Dakota?
North Dakota.
Sometimes he is in North Dakota. Okay. Yeah, because sometimes he's what? I'm sorry.
I think he's been going back and forth, but I think right now he's in North Dakota.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because his kids are here in the town that I live in.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah. He goes back and forth quite a bit.
Yeah, because he works back there, but I wasn't sure if he still had that job or if he got a new one.
He's leaving.
I kind of felt like he got a new one. He's leaving.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I was gonna say when I was tuning into the files and all that stuff, I was thinking part of it might be him moving to a new location for a new job.
Yeah,
so
that's totally what
the fact that you picked up on that too. Yeah, that's what he's doing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a great. Yeah. He's excited about that too. He's excited about a whole new beginning.
That's cool.
That's so cool.
That's awesome. I'm so excited.
All right. Yay, I'm excited for you.
Thank you
cool.
so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so you have a beautiful night.
Yep, you have a great night too, and I'm going to keep listening. I just don't want to take up time because I know there's probably other people going, let me on.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Bye-bye.
All right, talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so... Hello?
Hi, Amy. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Here's Liz.
Liz! Hello, lovely. You were so... I loved your text the other day. You melted my heart. Thank you. That was sweet.
Yeah.
You are such a genuine soul. I just love you to pieces. You're just, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for these words.
Of course.
Oh, gosh.
You're an absolute angel.
I was not planning to call until I kind of decided last minute. I was like, no, I need a little bit of support. I thought about a blessing. It's just things are both sides, incredible and also very and needing to deal with a lot of stuff happening. And I think I'm doing a good job, but I can feel my energy going up and down,
Okay. Okay, so did you listen to that last Lighthouse update?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
part of the issue is that veil is getting thinner and the other side is trying to cause confusion and conflict within us.
Okay.
Make sure that
I can see that. Yeah.
Okay. So when you go to bed at night, make sure that you protect yourself.
I'm feeling guided more and more to do that because beautiful things has happened in the last couple of months, and I think I'm going through a major transformation and awakening, which is a big deal for me and new. But at the same time, I think the last couple of days, weeks, something like that, I have been feeling I don't know, a fear that, I don't know,
So whatever tool you have, you can always go to my resources tab and take a look at some different tools. I use Byron Katie. Just make sure that you're diligent and don't be so lazy as to think, says Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. Don't let yourself go down that spiral. Catch yourself quick and climb right back up as quick as you can. And I feel like all the chaos that you're going through right now, you've got to just ride the waves of it and don't get yourself all caught up in the muck of it, and don't worry about uncertainty, because if you can stay present through these waves, it feels like you're being carried through to very softly and gently onto the other shore, completely safe and unscathed and dry.
Yeah,
so,
that is. I'm feeling that I'm like really going through of like trusting, like really the meaning of trusting and surrendering, because sometimes we think, oh yes, we trust, but like deep down we just trust.
Still try to control it.
Beautiful. Exactly. So, and I know that control for me is a big thing. So it's just, I can feel that, but, and I'm trying, but sometimes it's just, whoa, there's a lot happening.
Also, it's kind of fun sometimes. This has been coming up for me lately, but if you're in the midst of a bunch of chaos and you're not quite sure how you're going to make it work, or whatever, it's like, take that victory stance, put your hands up in the air and be like, yes, I did it. Like, do it when you wake up, or like stand up and do it, or get out of your car and do it, even if you look ridiculous, because you got to live. You know what I'm saying? So just be like, yes. Put a big, huge burst of incredible positive energy toward that energy that's going to, like, it's like you're going to match up to that energy. You're going to bring that yes into like a solution is going to happen because of the yes. It's going to bring you to that. I'm not making much sense. Okay. So wherever you want to be that vibration of it now to create that as the end result. You know what I'm saying? So the more you bring that yes energy that here now, you're going to create that yes energy as your end result. So try to cultivate that. Be in that vibration of like victory, success. I did it. I'm so proud of myself. I kicked ass. It's like whatever, you got to just get yourself all pumped up and excited, like you've done it. And it's going to help you get over there.
Yeah, and I think I've been riding that wave, but sometimes it's like, I don't know, like a lot is happening, and I'm not sure if it is just like really pushing me to the edge of like being the energy fully and completely in every single cell.
Ooh, that's good.
I am. Yeah, it's like, it's beautiful, but sometimes but I appreciate you saying that. It just like confirms a little bit more of like, I need to be focused
however, okay, so it's one thing to be like hearing stuff like this and being like, oh yeah, that sounds great, but I want you right now, while I got you, I want you to put your hands up in the air, and I want you to think about this problem that you have and all the chaos going on, right? And picture that in your head, and then I want you to be like, yes, with your hands up in the air. Like, do it again and really mean it.
Yes.
Yay. Yay. Do it again.
Oh gosh. Yes. Yes. Oh my God.
All right. Yay.
Okay.
Yay. Okay. How does that feel?
Good. It feels like life and energy kicking back in. I appreciate it.
Yeah. It kind of floods your cells with present energy, doesn't it?
Yes.
So just do
there's
that.
Maybe a question for you. Like, I have been working a lot of like being present. Do you have, when things are harder, or like, how can you keep more and more that state of being present? Because I see that our minds is like, you're present, and sometimes your mind like kicks in and you don't even realize, and you're already like on the story of your mind, Yeah.
Well, that's where you got to be hyper aware to where you notice that it's even coming in just a little bit. You got to get so aware and so in the moment that you even feel a hint of it even coming in, and you don't even know the thought yet. You can just feel it kind of looming.
Okay.
But to be that way, you really it's a trust and surrender of like dropping all time and space and dropping past, dropping future, and just becoming absolute best friends at the moment, knowing that right now, talking to me in this moment, hearing my voice is the most important moment of your entire life. There is nothing that's ever happened in the past behind you, and there's nothing even coming in the future. It's just you and me talking right now. That is all that's happening. That's it. And it is exhilarating and exciting, and this is it. And then when you're asleep at night or falling asleep at night or something's happening later on, then you're in that energy of that as well. Every moment you're cherishing what's happening right now, and your mind isn't going off onto other things. Or if it does, you can bring your attention back to your body, the aliveness in your body. Concentrate on what you're doing and let all thoughts just pass through. You'd be washing dishes, and you just feel the sensation of the water rushing through your fingers only, without your mind traveling off to any kind of problems or anything. If you can divide your attention at least 50% to paying attention to the aliveness in the cells and the aliveness in your body and your active physical life, what's happening in form around you, not even thoughts, but just your physical world around you and the sensations that you're feeling with your body and the aliveness of your cells. If you can just divide your attention in that way, you're cultivating more and more presence in your body, because that which you put attention on builds stronger and stronger. And the more that you practice that, even when you're walking around and doing distracting type of activities where thoughts come, again, that what you put your attention on is going to build stronger. So when thoughts come in, you can just notice it, like, just be like, oh, it could start raining, but not follow down that path. The key is to not be tricked by the ego to want to run down that path and that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Don't buy into it. The ego is going to be on your shoulder like that little devil on the shoulder and be like, but you could try this. You could do that. But I bet if you worry long enough or think about it long enough, we could totally turn this thing around.
Oh my gosh, totally.
And you buy into it, and you're just like, oh my gosh, please tell me what that is. And then you're calling your friends, what do you think I should do too? I want your egos in on it too. And everybody's like throwing their egos in the pot. And it's creating even more chaos and everything, and there goes the peace. There goes the power. There goes the power, really, because when you lose that presence, then you lose the very manifestation ability. I mean, our thoughts create as well, but it's creating the chaos. So if you want the real power, create from that God source-centered place and stay really present and connected to, like, I call it like holding God's hand, just staying really present, being like, I trust you. Bring me through. And really what you're tapping into there is your own authenticity, your own who you truly are, past the body, past the mind, all of it, because the mind isn't yours either. That's another whole other thing.
Yeah, and that is so funny, because as you were like talking now, the last part of it of like really being present, and I remember that I was at the Lighthouse, and me and you, we were talking, and I think you started talking about like, really the space in between everything, the space in between, our words. And it was so funny because at that moment, I kind of like, the only thing that I can describe is like I went high. And it's not like high. I didn't use any drugs or anything, but it was just like this so powerful, potent awareness of like being here and now and present. And I have been getting that more and more. For me, it's very easy to tap into that when I am in nature, very strongly. But obviously I cannot be in nature all the time because I'm working. But I appreciate it.
Let me do that blessing for you as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone listening, just relax. This is a live energy. It's called a light language blessing, and it is going to work on you however your higher self will allow, and whatever you need help with. It'll be different for everybody. You might feel relaxed, or you might feel tingles somewhere, or pulsating, or any number of different sensations. So, hang on just a moment. Hei mo kon sa che la he ina kais. Sasa mwa kai halehina ta tai sisina. Heliki he mo maika. Ashe sisina alakira tansa ndapo boka tais. Sisi aisham omo mo kais halehina ai jatana. Heliki tina momo ala naraki zare. Cool. Very cool. So, 10 of Cups energy poured down on everyone who heard that blessing. So, and those of you who had your faces turned from it, your faces were turned toward your bright future again. So, yay. So thank you so much for calling.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. I will let you get to your other callers. Thank you, Amy.
Cool. Thank you. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Hello? Hi, Amy. Hi, this is Lori. Thank you for the blessing, by the way. I'm actually almost crying. I'm almost crying. Mm-hmm. That was beautiful.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Calling, I had put in some comments today, and you asked me if I wanted to call, and I guess talk about how the veil is getting thinner. And I'm not sure exactly what aspects you'd like to talk, and I have way too much detail, so I would love to share, but if you could just tell me what aspects you really would like to focus on.
Thank you. Yeah, I just thought it was so interesting. Maybe just the set of events that you described that made you. Would you end up? You didn't go to jail. You were arrested. Can you just explain how all of that happened and how mysterious that whole thing was? Even the part about going to work and having something touch your face. And it's basically, this woman is like, I feel that she's going to make a difference in this world. And it's like these forces were trying to sabotage her as she was going along. It's true. It's true. You have such a beautiful heart. And
I'm going to cry. So, I know. Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay. You know this is true. You know this is true, don't you?
I kind of, yes, I do. I'm believing it more and more.
Yep.
Because
Can you tell our listeners? Yeah. Just tell them that, just the paragraph.
I don't want to get wrapped up in the details because that really all doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. So I'll be real general about it.
Okay.
I'm a 49. I try to do good no matter what, always have. And I was in an 8-year relationship. It was toxic. It was just, I needed to get out of there. And, I've been on a journey for a long time, but I got off track. And, but my guides talk to me here and there, and I've been guided along the way like everybody else on this earth, really. And, I was in a bad relationship. He had a really bad plan. And he accused me of some really horrific things. When it went down, he literally told the police that I was trying to catch his house on fire, and his son went in on it. And these are people that, I love very much. And his son was like, I punched him in his face, and all this drama. We'll just call it drama. Very bad drama. And so they called the police. And then I called the police because I didn't know what to do. I couldn't believe what's happening to me. Who would burn down someone's house? That's just how crazy all this was, right? So I get arrested, and it was very solemn because, I'm walking away from this person. And, my whole world came down, and I thought that he would not keep up them lies and completely ruin my local reputation. All my friends were gone, but it all was good because God wanted me out of there, and he wanted me to start a new life, and he had to detach me from all those things. So I first really thought that was more, my God, just they threw me out of there, because I needed to be out of there. And I woke up, so I got arrested. I was facing charges that I didn't even do. And I wasn't charged with arson or anything because nothing ever caught on fire, but because it wasn't even true. But I was because, his son said I punched him in his face, and there was all kinds of bunch of different stories, all kinds, huge, ridiculous stories. Okay. Anyway, so I was facing a second-degree assault charges. Crazy. Well, I was in shock, and then the next day, I was really in shock. I ended up getting arrested again. I won't get into the details. 2 days in a row, mind you. Never had a speeding ticket. 2 days I get arrested at 49. And then the third time, I was very angry, and this is the point where it really resonated with me when you said the low vibration and anger. And I think that is an easy way for negativity, for anything trying to stop you, whether you call it negative energy, or whatever you want to label it, that's fine. It doesn't matter. It has the same intention or purpose, and that's to mess you up and stop you from going where you need to go, and or where God or universe or whatever wants you to go. And well, I started drinking, and I was angry, and I got angrier, and I got angrier, and I ended up blacking out. And in that blackout, I didn't even know what I did. And I was in my house, and I ended up, the police called me and said that they needed to arrest me because I had made a phone call anyway. But this was all done when I was blacked out. I cooperated. So I was facing, but there was another thing you said. The lawyer said to me, he looked at my history and just looked at everything, and he looked at the situation and was like, "This isn't you, is it?" And I was like, "No, this isn't me." And I felt relieved because it was the first person. I had all these lies and my, getting arrested. That didn't look good. It didn't look good. It didn't look good at all. And I believed that I was going to get out of it. That I always talked to Archangel Michael, and I knew that he was going to pull me out of it, and he did. And so I got out of all that mess. I only got a year probation, which is not bad. And so 3 or 4 weeks before my probation.
Wait, let me insert in here too that you wondered if some of the hostility and anger that you had experienced during that blackout, or that you had vague remembrances of, could have been like a possession, like a temporary possession, some like dark forces just kind of coming into your body and creating this big scene and then flying away. Okay, so go ahead.
It was rage. Yeah. And I don't get that angry. It was rage. It was horrible. I felt it. And I will make a little note. Out of my eyes, everything seemed red, like had a tint of red to it. Does that make sense?
Interesting.
And
so when they say seeing red, sometimes that actually does happen when you're that outraged, raged.
Oh, really? I remembered that today after, because I thought about this ever since you asked me.
Okay, so then what happened? So then you had probation. You had to go back, and they wanted you to take a T-test, right?
Yeah. So I got through all that, but I did get a year probation, and they have to test you once. Well, for me, it was only once to see if you're on drugs or whatever. And I don't do drugs, and so I went to get tested, and I could not go to the bathroom. I couldn't. It wouldn't come out. Not one drop. And I'm the first one, or the only one. If I take some long aerobics class or something, I'll be the first one to run out for a bathroom break. I mean, it didn't make sense biologically, you know what I mean? Like, not one drop. So I got violated, and I couldn't explain it. You know, he's knocking on the door, and I'm like squeezing my stomach. I even stood up. I jumped up and down. I was like, this is not possible. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be in trouble. Oh my goodness, you know, because I've seen people get arrested if you get violated. Like, they take you to jail. And I couldn't believe, but it just, if you know, I know my body, and it's impossible that I couldn't. It's just it was supernaturally. I was supernaturally stopped. I don't know by who, but I was. I do know that. And anyway, the next time I went was my last appointment, and thank goodness I was able to do that test, and everything was fine. But the point in that is, if this veil is thinning, then things can happen in ways you do not anticipate. Like you would think that you couldn't take a test, you know, when you drink a lot of water, you know. So I think that it's important that people understand that things can come at you in ways, and not being prepared and not protecting. I never realized how much they can interfere. In ways that in ways you don't have control over.
Tell them about what happened when your work thought you were drunk at work.
Yes. So now, the place I worked, they were supportive through all of that at first, and then I started getting picked on, but I think that's part of the other side too. And
yeah,
they accused me
for sure.
Yeah. They accused me of being drunk because I was on probation and was alcohol related, and they accused me of being drunk. Now, here's the strange part, and I never shared it until today because it sounds crazy, but it happened to me, and it's the truth. I was standing there, and I was being accused of being drunk. And I said, you know, I was like, I'm not drunk. And I felt something on my cheek. I can't say it was a hand, although it sort of felt like that. It definitely was pressure, and it was moving on my left cheek in a circular manner. Like, so when I spoke, my words were coming out slurred for real. Wow. And, you know, I'm very conscious and aware that I even thought to myself, I sound like I'm slurring. You know, what is going on? You know, and I felt, I knew it was a supernatural thing. Like, but I kind of felt, I didn't necessarily feel evil. I felt like maybe I wasn't supposed to be at that job anymore. Okay.
That's a smart way to take it. I mean, you've taken all these things very well, considering.
Well, I have had a lot of different things happen. Yeah, so I've had a lot of things happen, so I'm not necessarily, it doesn't surprise me, but they're always very interesting, to say the least. But so I'm this is all happening to me, and you know, and then I have the stress of just the whole world, you know, not the whole world, but locally, you know, being defamed and defamation of character and all kinds of stuff. And so they made me go take a test. They made me go in the kitchen. They wouldn't let me leave. And I mean, I was just bawling and crying because I consciously know what's going on. I can't explain it. I can't explain what's going on. And nobody would believe me. They just it probably would confirm for them that maybe I was. If I was like, oh, my thumb's moving my cheek, you know, and slurring my words, it's not me, I swear. And I went and took the test, and I passed. And I decided never to go back there again because I felt humiliated. I felt, and I had a coworker come in there, and I was crying, and she looked at me and she said, you know what, you need to get yourself together. And I was like, wow, I need to go. I just need to go. I mean, mean, evil stuff. So, my son has had, really bizarre things happen as well too. And now I'm really wondering if my son's family is being attacked because it affects me. It affects my vibration. And I mean attacked in a way where my son's van caught on fire. It ignited on the passenger side and the driver's side at the same time. It was so highly suspicious, yes, that the fire marshal investigated, found nothing, and he literally, my son had a business fixing cars, mobile. He had all of his tools. We're talking like between 40 and 60,000. The tools are very expensive. Burned in his whole livelihood in flames.
Jeez.
Just like that. Yeah. Bizarre things like that.
You and we need to have a private reading because we got to find out.
I'm actually saving up. Yeah, I've been saving for that because I want the long reading. I think I need it.
I think we're going to discover a lot when we do that. So
yeah,
I can't wait to see what you're here to do. That they would be trying to stop you. That hard. Yeah. So anyway, everybody,
do you get the energy that's what you're talking about, that thinning of the veil, and I just think it's important that people know that this can come at you in so many different ways.
Okay. I have an example too. I was attacked, kind of like verbally attacked, by someone. And it just came out of the blue from the nicest person I know, one of the sweetest people I know, and just got totally verbally attacked. And then afterwards, this person was like, "Oh my gosh, like I'm so embarrassed at what I did." And it's like, what, that's one example. Another one would be somebody actually attacked another friend of mine as well. Somebody came in off the street and threatened to slit her neck and give her black eye.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody didn't even know her, just this violent thing. So yeah, it's some of these weird things are going to be happening more and more as we come into the new earth. And if you guys want to know more about that, listen to the Lighthouse alert that I just did for this week. But anyway, we've got a lot more callers to get to.
Okay, thank you, Amy.
Yeah, thank you so much
for having me and talking to me and touching on important parts that people on the journey don't always.
They're not aware of.
They're not aware of yet. So thank you.
Yeah, depression too. Just so you guys know, some of the light workers are they're using your twin flames to get you upset and depressed, and they're doing it to try to pull you over to the other side. Don't be afraid of it. Have a sense of humor about it. You got to laugh at that. But just be aware. Don't get all down. Be smarter than that. Be like, okay, I'm getting kind of down right now, and this isn't usual for me. So it could either be my twin flame, or it could be something else at play. So do use whatever tools you need to climb up out of that, those lower feelings, those lower vibrations. Okay, let's see. Who is this? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
It's me. My name is Carlana. I follow you on YouTube, and I had got a reading from you about maybe 4 weeks ago.
Cool.
Like the $22 spreads. Anyways, yeah, I was trying to call in today because I missed last Sunday. You weren't feeling well, so I did a prayer for you because I was like, I hope she's okay.
Thank you so much. That's
You're
awesome.
welcome. Okay, so I have two questions. So the first question is about my career. Okay, I'm having some difficulties getting into the field that I've been trying to get into for years now. It's like on the cusp. I can feel it, and I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I'm going into cosmetology, and it's like a school type of program, an apprenticeship program, and I already have a program to pay for it. The issue is trying to find a salon to work in, and so I thought I had one, but I don't know really going on with that. So I wanted to see if you had any insight on that, any advice.
Yeah, what state do you live in?
California.
This is going to sound really weird, but I got Olympia, Washington. I don't know if you're looking to move.
What?
I know. What a
want
random
to
thing.
move. I do
You
want
do
to
want to
move
move?
out of California. Yeah, I do. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So maybe head up to Olympia. Take a look in that area and see. I know. Let me see if there's anything else that they want to tell you about. 3. I get a number 3. I feel like there's 3 people in charge, or 3 major people that you're going to be talking to or maybe 3 salons to choose from. Yes, all the above, actually. Let's see, how does that work? So when you get to Olympia, there are 3 choices of 3 major people. I think that they might be related. Like they might be like all owned by the same person, and maybe the same 3 people kind of alternate, or maybe they're, I don't know, just keep 3 in mind. It'll be like an indicator, or it'll give you a clue that this is the place that you're supposed to be at.
Okay.
It's going to be a woman that's running it. I feel like she's got long blonde hair, kind of like, it's not very healthy hair, which is kind of odd for a salon, right?
Yeah.
But like she's got split ends, and it's kind of like, it's been dyed a lot, so it's kind of deadish, kind of. So, yeah. And she's a little bit overbearing, like kind of loud, but also great sense of humor. And I think she will just love you and talk you up and give you tons of business. Let me see, what else? Is there any other place? I'm not sure about this. Let me just check for a second. Is this correct? Just wanted to make sure I wasn't, getting anything mixed up here, but maybe Arizona could be another location for you. Tempe.
Yeah, I like Arizona.
Tempe. I don't know anything about it, so I guess explore it. That would be, it feels like over there would be kind of more of a fun atmosphere for you. And it might even give you an opportunity, if you go to the Tempe place, it might give you an opportunity to own the place. You might be there for a little while, but I feel like you'd be more in charge. You'd become a manager or something, maybe even own the place later. But you do feel kind of like more in your power at that location. So you got some options coming up. You definitely have some options. Just saw Georgia too. Atlanta,
cool. Okay,
Atlanta, near Atlanta. Wow. Yeah, but that would be, and I've never been there, so I don't know what that's like either. But it looks kind of like that one would be like a whole other can of worms. Like that is like, if you go there. And I just got Monster. Like Monster.com would be a good place to maybe look for these opportunities. Especially the one in Atlanta. But in Atlanta, it's like you would have a very active nightlife. I think you'd be single longer, but it would be a really a blast being single over there.
That sounds fun. Okay.
Yeah, so I see a super cute boyfriend coming up over there if you go over there.
Right.
And he's a good dancer. He's hilarious. Oh my gosh, he is a charmer. You're gonna have to be careful with that one.
Oh my
great.
goodness. Okay, so now to the big can of worms. Okay, so we're back to the twin situation. I know you're like, oh my gosh, I'm tired. No.
No. I have a lot of calls to get to, so let's. What do you want to ask?
Okay. So pretty much, his name is John, and we're communicating, but his situation is a little bit sticky, and so pretty much he's like incarcerated. I'm just gonna say it, but he should be getting out soon. The issue is there's a third party, but it's over between them. But the issue is that I don't know, like, should I even just deal with this? Like, I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know what I mean?
No.
I love him to death.
No,
Huh?
let him get on his feet first. It feels like leave him completely alone. It might take him about 3 months to get on his feet, but let him get his sea legs or his land legs on. And then once he's settled, it doesn't feel like he doesn't want to be with anyone else. Like he's definitely done with her. But like let him feel like a human again. And once he feels good about himself and he has a job set up and he's starting to feel like a normal person again, he's got to feel empowered. If you come into his life right now, it feels like he's going to feel a little emasculated or like, you're trying to help him. And he really wants to do it on his own. And so I would let him just take care of everything and come to you when he's ready. And I don't think you have a thing to worry about. I don't think he's going to be going after someone else, any of that. It just feels like he needs some good wisdom and reflection time.
Okay. Sorry about that. I have kids.
No, that's fine. So, yeah, well, good luck with the situation, and I'm happy to do a quick relationship spread for you anytime. And we keep in touch with that situation and kind of keep our eye on it from a detached standpoint.
So no contact at all. Not even if he calls me. Nothing.
No, if he calls you, if he initiates, that's perfectly fine. I just wouldn't pressure him to get anything started yet, unless until it's his idea,
Yeah, because I was thinking I should just stay away. So I'm on target. I'm on point.
Tell him you support him and you love him and you're there for him anytime he wants. Let him know. Even if you want to, you could tell him he's the only one you got on your mind. You could reassure him, but just let him know. Just be like, I know you got to take care of stuff for now, so I'm just gonna pull back. Just let me know when you need me.
Okay. All right. That sounds perfect. Thank you, Amy.
Right. You're welcome. Have a great night. Thanks. Bye. Okay. Oops. Herbert. Stop it. Okay. Hello?
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Thank you for the blessing earlier. It was really lovely.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I spoke to you on Friday. This is Sarah, and it was in regards to Francis. And the last was where you told me to bring up the other woman that he mentioned, and I did take her advice, even though I was really hesitant. I brought it up, so a day later he texted me and he said, it's nothing serious going on. I'm not with anyone seriously. And then he said, but you shouldn't revisit me, and I promise, I'm not the kind of person you want. So, I don't know where that leaves me. I feel like I just want to profess my feelings, and I'm sick of going on the merry-go-round. I just want to tell him I love him. Do you think that's advisable at this moment, if you can feel into his energy and kind of let me know?
Well,
because I feel like he's just pushing me away.
Yeah, well, you've told him you love him, haven't you?
I have not.
Okay.
I haven't.
So here's what I'm feeling. I would just tell him, I love you, but I can't do this alone. You've got to at some point feel the same way and also want this too. We both have to believe in this. So I'm going to take you for your word and trust that you know what you're doing. And if you don't want to be with me at this time, then I'm just going to respect that and have a nice life. Say goodbye. And go on your way. And that is the best way to allow him to then kind of have an essential reset. It's like he can take a breather, he can take a look and be like, at first I feel him saying, oh shit, she actually wow, okay. It's really about his self-worth. It's really about him feeling not good enough for you. But he may not even know that yet. He may be in, denial. He may, actually think that or whatever it is, but you can't be in his life kind of pressuring and pushing him to realize that. So it's time to let go.
I was just going to tell him how I feel, and then I was just going to surrender to whatever it is, because obviously it does take two people to be in a relationship.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was really it. Do you feel anything else in his energy that I should know about? I mean, is this message defensive?
No. It feels like also he may have been like part of the reason. Well, yeah, I guess defensive in a way, but it feels like there's more to that relationship than he's admitting. He really does want to explore it, but I think he's going to realize that he doesn't want that. But he was kind of trying to. He was in a way. This is so weird. He's like, she and I deserve each other. Do you know why? Because I'm a loser and I'm settling for her, and I know it, and I'm aware of that, but I'm not about to tell you that. So this is how it's going to come out. I'm going to say something really stupid to you to push you away so that I can be with this girl that I know is only temporary, but at least I feel better about myself. So grant him the grace of backing out and allow him this little growth spurt he's got to go through.
Okay. Do you think this is a long growth spurt? Like, I mean, is it going to be like years in our relationship?
I know, right? That's the only thing. You let them go on these lessons, and it's just like, how long is this going to take? Do I put my life on hold, And don't put your life on hold. Go date other guys. Go see what else is out there. Somebody could be more ready. You could have a soul flame that'll come through, or a soulmate even better, depending on the situation, what you want. But, yeah, hang on a minute. I feel like by August, he's going to really be singing a different tune. I feel like he's going to really be wanting to get together and have dinner and have a heart-to-heart. So go ahead, express yourself, back the heck off, and just be like, okay, go learn your lesson and have fun.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. Okay. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Bye.
Have a great night. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, let's see. Larissa, hi.
It's me. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm a little confused, and I'm hoping that maybe you can help me find some clarity or some guidance.
Okay.
So I recently shifted gears, and I, started going back on dating sites or dating apps and just trying to meet new people. And over the last 3 weeks, I met someone who's, been really great, and we had an instant connection. I wouldn't necessarily say it was a soul connection, but just we clicked right away, instant attraction, like everything. Like we just kind of went from 0 to 60 really, really fast. And over the last couple of days, I kind of noticed that he was, distancing himself or just not replying as quickly as he used to. And so we ended up talking about it yesterday, and he basically told me that he feels like we're moving too fast, and that now he was doubting, I guess, what he wanted for himself, because, we talked about all this stuff up front, and he wanted a relationship and a future and all of that stuff. And now, because he's kind of going through a transition phase, he sold a condo, has to move back in with the parents until his new house is ready, which is going to probably be around a year. He's questioning if this is the right time, and I guess just maybe scared of it all, and basically just asked for some time to clear his head. So that basically knocked me off my feet over the last couple of days. And I just kind of wanted to get your perspective, because it was the first time where I actually thought, like, wow, this could turn into something legitimate. Like, he has everything that I've asked for since, like, my last soul connection, like, way better than what I thought I could meet.
Okay. So, I feel like you guys both were feeling the same way, for sure. Still are. Excuse me. I just was, like, thinking that he is... people go through this. They'll have like a super hot right out of the chute, super exciting, like rah, and then somebody pulls back. And I would just give him, again with the grace, I would just let him know to take his time, because you really do want him to make a good solid decision. You don't want him about to marry you, because you guys were headed there already.
You think
it's like, oh yeah, I mean, well, going fast, where else are you going to go? You go fast in bed, I suppose. You can go, there's a lot of go fast, but it's like if somebody needs to pull back away like that, it's not necessarily meaning that it's the end. It's kind of, in some instances, it can actually anchor them into you. if you are gracious enough to allow that. Because you really don't want to get in a situation where somebody gets cold feet on the altar, or somebody gets cold feet when you're already living together, or you know what I mean? So it's like it's really, really a good thing that this is happening now before you guys are having this, because now he can pull back away and really take a good look at it from, he's taking a list now, he's looking at his list, he's taking out that list. In one of the, okay, so make a list. I was going to say I've been talking about it in some things, but I think they're not out yet. I think it's coming up in a collective reading for next week, so it doesn't really apply, but make a list, everybody should be making a list of what they want and somebody that they would want to settle down with. And then as you get all these different options, you can figure out who fits into that list best without compromising who they are much. You know what I mean? You don't want to change somebody to fit into your idea. So, having said that, it's like he's got this list in his head of what he wants, or did have that. And sometimes you do have to kind of link up with somebody who fits that perfectly to see that you actually don't want it, if that makes sense. So you could be his karmic, possibly, because sometimes you link up with something and you're like, this is all I want is all of this. And then you get it and you're like, I don't want that at all. What was I thinking? And then it's like, then they can totally change, and you've helped them as kind of like a soulmate or a soul friend or a soul family coming right in saying, here's what you want. And then he changes everything and wants something totally different and ends up like super happy. And then someone can do that for you as well. So it's all working for everyone, and you definitely want him to figure that out before you guys get too serious. So I'd say this is the perfect timing for this to happen, and give him lots of space. Try not to read into it too much. Just try to go back to where you were before you met him and kind of reset. Try not to jump to conclusions and have too many expectations too fast. Always keep it in check, I've got guys that I'm talking to and stuff, and as I'm talking to each of these people, it's like I'm, tuning into the energy of each one of them, which one feels the most comfortable, which one feels, you just got to feel it out and don't run too far ahead with anybody, because somebody could show up tomorrow and it changes everything, So try to keep your options open, even as exciting as it was, and at least take it as, wow, this is possible. Everything I've been wanting is possible in someone. And if not him, it's going to be all these traits and better in the next person. So don't worry about it needing to be him. Just take it as an exciting confirmation that you just manifested this girl. You just created this. You brought it into your life. You wanted it. Here it is. It may not be him you're going to end up being with, but, that or something better. So.
Yeah. Can you see, where his energy is at? I guess,
let's see.
Is my, should I just close the door on this, I guess? Is there a point in, holding out hope?
Yeah, I think, I don't know about holding out hope, only because it has a feeling of waiting around. But, but I think that you can just treat him like any other option. Just knock him down a peg and be like, okay, there's a pullback here, a red flag, and then just kind of knock him down, move other guys back, up here, and just kind of, I do feel like there's still a huge potential there. I would say you're about at 60% right now. Okay. So that's enough to hold out hope for, as you say, but definitely look into other options. And
will he make contact?
I was just going to say he'll come back around.
Okay, because I am leaving him the heck alone.
Good.
But just was curious on that.
Yeah, in fact, I would say, with men, distance makes them fall in love. With women, cuddling, cozy contact, being here in my face, that's what makes a woman fall in love. So, so allow him tons of space so he can have that absence from you that makes him yearn for you and makes him really know what he wants is you. So, yeah.
Okay. And any timelines that are coming to mind?
Oh, he'll be in contact soon. He's not really going to go too far. He wants you to keep an eye on you. He doesn't want you to get away. Within a couple of weeks, I feel like he's going to want to connect physically again. So, just beware. Just beware, and listen to your intuition. Okay.
Right. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good night.
You too. Take care.
Okay, bye. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
Good.
I didn't think you were going to get my call, so I was unprepared. I'm calling to get some guidance because over the past few weeks, my life just like turned around completely. I quit my job, and a week after, I was basically my landlord told me that I need to move. So I'm kind of lost right now. Yeah, a lot of changes, drastic, and I don't think I can afford Boulder anymore. So I'm not sure where to go now.
Okay, so first thing you should know is that when unexpected moments like this happen, they are the universe's way of kind of resetting things and putting you back on course.
Right.
I do feel like you're going to stay within about 30 miles of Boulder, though. And I think you're going to hook up with like a really cool roommate. And she might have a dog and or a cat. It's a sunny place. It's a happy place. I think you guys will be good friends. I think that you're going to end up working close to wherever that house is, like within walking distance. And I think the energy of where you're at right now and where you've been is a little bit grayish, blackish, so there's some negativity, possibly even some depression where you are. But I feel like where you're going to is actually going to be a happier time. It's going to be more carefree. It's going to bring you back to almost like a childlike, fun, playful state. I think you're going to be doing some more fun things, and I feel like you might even be ushering in. I think you're going to be bringing in a guy. Hopefully you don't have a boyfriend already.
There's someone in my life that I've been dating, but I'm not sure. Like, I don't feel like he's like the one, you know. Yeah, but he's really, really nice with me, so I don't know where that's going to go. He actually just moved out of town too.
I don't think like he's your I don't think he's his higher self is here right now. He's pretty upset. I don't know. I mean, I see somebody better for you. Sorry. But it's like he feels kind of soulmatey. But even kind of a
dating right
like real comfortable, easy. But it's kind of on the low end of a soulmate. It's weird energy. It's kind of blah. So
that's how I feel.
He's wanting you to like spruce up his life and bring color to it, and it's just kind of like that's not really your job. If he's not colorful already, he could turn you gray. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and you've been feeling this instinctively, but he's so sweet that you've just been kind of holding on to him anyway. And it's such an uncertain time. He's bringing you some comfort, but he's also kind of agitating you too because he's kind of needy. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you got some great fun stuff up ahead, and I think you're gonna have a really fun summer. I think you might be breaking up with this guy in the next week or two.
oh boy.
So.
Fast. Okay.
Yeah. It's better fast, isn't it? I mean, when you know that somebody's not right for you, isn't it better fast? Because you keep that thing lingering, and it's just like.
And I try to like just let things as friends, but he keeps coming back, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What can I do?
Well,
so you moving in with a friend will be a better situation than moving by myself. I kind of want to be by myself.
Okay, let me see. By herself or with a friend. I think the friend is going to be really cool. You might even she might be somebody you end up working with in the future and you guys decide you want to move in together. I don't feel like it's a thing where you have to. I think it's a thing of you want to. And about the breakup thing too, don't ever, anybody listening right now, don't ever let somebody else dictate whether you guys are together or not.
Yeah, I know. And also just trying to be
You
comfortable because it's
you both
easy.
got to be, yeah. You both got to be on the same page. You both got to be wanting it, or why waste your time? You know.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so got more calls to get to. Hopefully that helps for
Thank
now.
you. That helps.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
My name's Janice. You did
Hey,
a WhatsApp reading for me. Hi, thank you. The late blessing was wonderful, beautiful.
Oh, good. Thank you.
So I'm calling about my friend Dominic.
Okay.
First of all, I'm 60. He's 55. We've been friends for 16 years after a one-night stand a long time ago. And then, you know, we've just been platonic. And this has been going on for about a year now with us. This whole, I don't know if he's a twin flame. I know he's knew he was something from about 7 years ago. I knew he was like from some past life or something. But something happened last year, and then I found the twin flame stuff online. I'm like, oh my God. Well, so in any case, we're in good standing. We went out to dinner right after I got that reading, right before I got that reading from you, at the end of April. I hadn't seen him since last year. And because he's in Florida. He's only in my area in the summertime. But he always takes me out to dinner every, year. Oh, and he lives 40 minutes away, even in the summer. And he always go out to dinner and stuff and hang out with his friends. And so anyway, now we're on a different level, and we went out to dinner, and I felt like he was really different this time, and it took me back a little bit. He was trying to open up about some spiritual stuff, about ex-wife, things that he doesn't normally talk about. And I was just so nervous. Yeah, well, I was just chatty Cathy and talking about every other thing that you could imagine other than asking those questions and being present in that moment, right? Really terrible. So then he texted me for Mother's Day, which was really nice because that's a weird situation that goes on. It was really, I was surprised to get that. And we've texted, he's been working on a house. If I text him, he'll send me the pictures. So I knew he moved. I've already moved finally last weekend. I texted him the other night. I actually found him on a dating site. Wasn't looking on a dating site for him. I found a profile on Google, and then I looked it up, and it was him. And I'm like, oh my God. So I texted him, and I said, he was busy unpacking, and then I said, I asked him if he wanted to go out my treat, which I never say. I say you want to go out, but I never say my treat because he'll always say no to that. But he was like, no, because everything's in boxes, blah 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 blah. And I said, well, can and so anyway, my question is, I'm just looking for like a redo of that night, you know what I'm saying, so that I can go back to that conversation, get him back to that conversation. There's no question he loves me as a friend. There's no question he's sexually attracted to me. But like, what is it? He even said when he was talking about his ex-wife, I said, but you were with her for 19 years. He said, yeah, almost as long as I've known you. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, I know he's thinking about it, but is it that he's embarrassed because I'm older than him? Is he not really thinking about it? Is there someone else? Like, because and he did say, call me tomorrow. And I the next day I just texted him. I said, I didn't mean to disturb you. Don't worry. I just wanted to, see you go out and have some fun because he does work. He is a workaholic. Okay. And so then all weekend I've been like, oh my God, is he on a date? Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, let me feel into him, and when I'm done answering, I got to get on to more calls because I don't have a lot of time left, and I got a lot of callers still. So let me feel into him for a second. I wouldn't worry about it. I don't think he's thinking about anybody else. I don't think he wants to date anybody else. I don't know why he was on that dating app. Maybe he's there because he was there before, but I don't think he's active. If anything, he's just, curious, and it's just kind of a really dull feeling. It's not like he's excited or thinking anything has any potential. I feel like he's definitely centered on you, definitely wants to be with you, and he'll open up to you again. He may be a little bit embarrassed, about your conversation that you were talking about. But I think if you just gently encourage him to talk like that again, maybe by being vulnerable yourself as well, it'll open him up again. And once you guys connect in that way again, I feel like you guys are going to take it to the next level, and it's just you guys are going to start spending more time talking, more time together, and things like that. So I don't think you have a thing to worry about.
So do you think that I should just not text him, or because I'm always the one that keeps in touch?
Right.
I mean, do you have any kind of timeline or anything if I do, like, not text him? So what you're saying is he definitely is interested in pursuing something.
Yeah.
He just, for some reason, he's taken his time.
Hang on.
Because he's not.
Just let him come to you. I feel like he will soon.
Oh, I just have one more question. Just quick. The thing that I always think about, does he ever wonder or worry about me, like, getting scooped up by someone else?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But he also doesn't want to, hang on. He wouldn't let that happen. He also knows how centered you are on him. He can sense it. He can feel that. Not that he's taking it for granted either, though. He's just being careful about the timing because he wants it to go right. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much, Amy.
You're welcome.
Thank you so
Have
much.
a good night.
Blessings to you, darling. Bye-bye.
Thanks, and keep me posted.
I will.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay, bye. Okay. Oh. Okay, hello?
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 Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
Hi. I'm good, thanks.
I got a quick I ordered a quick reading, so I don't want to spend too much time on the twin flame. But I did have a question, just how he's viewing me and if he'll reach out soon. We talk very rarely, but I just want to see what you picked up on.
Okay, thanks. Hang on. I get the word trust. He wants to surprise you. He's like, it feels like I see California for some reason. But he's,
I know he's in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I'm in Texas, so I'm close to California.
Okay. So what's going on in California? I think he wants to take you to California or something. He wants to go on a trip. Oh, he wants to surprise you maybe with a trip to California? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, like wine country, Napa Valley. Interesting.
Oh, yeah. Well, he knows that I like wine. I've just never, I don't vacation or anything, so who knows if that's...
See, maybe that's exactly why he's going to do it.
Yeah.
He's like, she needs to go on vacation, and I'm going to take her to Napa. Okay. Yeah, he wants to give you, if specifically, I feel like he wants to take you to I don't know, Napa. I've never been on the wine tours over there. I'd love to go, but something about French wines or something specifically. So I don't know, but he's working on something. When will he reach out? Soon, within a couple of weeks, I feel.
You think he's going to open up? Because I feel him really guarded still.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, it feels much more playful and flirtatious than the last time you talked to him.
Awesome. And then my last question is just career-wise. I've started school twice now, and there's always something that's like, just, no, this is not for you.
Okay.
And I just want to see what you picked up on. And I was even thinking I might end up moving to another state because of it.
I think you are going to move to another state.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the question? Will you find a program that suits you better?
Well, like what career? Because I've tried. I've gone to school thinking, okay, nursing was it, and didn't happen. Then recently I went for cosmetology, and then I just broke out. Like I was allergic to all the chemicals, or at least that's what we think. Okay. So I've changed my whole lifestyle now to more natural, organic things.
So I didn't know if it was going to be more in that field, something like herbalist or something like that.
Hang on. I see you in a suit, actually. I think you've been wanting to do something on your own, like wanting to be an entrepreneur.
Yes,
so,
for the longest.
I feel like you're gonna get I think you're gonna be able to be. Are you wanting to be a mom?
Well, sorry, got me crying now. I just always thought I couldn't have kids, and then my twin flame, he had the surgery, so I just figured if we were to be together, that wasn't in the cards for us. I used to be married and never was able to get pregnant, so.
Oh, well.
Mm-hmm. He had a little girl, but I thought it was so good. It wasn't for me.
Aw. For some reason, I'm seeing you being able to be like a stay-at-home mom, and it's like, but you wear a suit. I'm not quite sure what the line of work is, but it could be, what is that? It's it almost feels like what do you call the person? Appraiser. Like an appraiser, someone who goes around with a clipboard, or maybe even quality control, or it's like you're contracted to do some kind of work where you show up at the scene, at the business, or at the place, and you just kind of like go down a check mark. Check all these boxes to make sure everything is as it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
and it's like,
do you see where though? Like what state that would be in?
Oh my gosh, I just got Florida. Are you thinking of Florida at all? Is that one of the places you were thinking?
I thought of Florida before, and then I was like, everyone's like, you're crazy, you're not going to live in Florida. And then Charlotte, North Carolina kept coming up big time. But it's just funny you picked up on Florida, so because I really wanted Florida.
Okay, see, should she go to Florida or North Carolina? Florida, North Carolina. I think you could do well in both. Let's see, what's the difference between the two, please? North Carolina feels more family. Like, I feel like you'd be more included in on community. You'd feel more supported emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
Florida, you kind of step into your power as like an independent powerhouse in a way. But I feel like you might be a little bit more discouraged in Florida too. I think things would happen more smoothly for you if you go to the other direction.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, Amy. I appreciate you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you. Have a great night.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye. I just thought I felt something on my hand. I'm like, where'd that wasp go? Okay. So the rest of us that are left, let's try to keep this, hopefully 2 to 5 minutes, each of you. I'm so sorry we're having to rush at the last minute. If one of you or if any of you feel like calling back next week, I'm on here every week at 6. So we'll get to this next person. Hello?
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 Wait. Hello?
Oh, did I pick up somebody wrong? Or are you good? Did you want to talk to me?
Wait, I don't know if are you talking to me?
I am talking to you.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Okay. I just want to tell you, I really appreciate your energy and the time you put in for us, but I don't want to waste any of your time. So, there's this guy that we've been in each other's lives for about 3 years, and within the last probably 3 to 5 months, he's kind of cut me out completely because he got with another girl. And I mean, I was understanding for the most part, but it really hurts. And I just want to know if he is even thinking about me, if he's thinking of talking to me. Is he really in love with her, if she's staying? Because I have a lot of offers from other guys, but I've been turning them down because I don't want to invest my feelings into anybody that I can't leave. Because if he were to, honestly, I would be with him,
Oh my gosh, I so understand. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, wow. He's like busted up inside. He's like so wrecked.
About his
It's like about you, about choosing her. It's that stupid settling thing again. It's like, I don't deserve her. I'm not worthy of her. He wants you bad. He wants you really bad.
Oh my God.
It can be so frustrating when they don't just listen to their heart and go for it, you know? It's like,
No,
just want to strangle all these people.
Yeah, you're completely right, but I've been told from almost everybody in my life that it has to be his decision. Now, what is
absolutely.
Okay,
so just, you know, though, you have to respect their wishes, and even if he's lying or even whatever he's doing, you got to respect it and just, I don't even think you're going to be able to move on very far. I don't think he likes that girl, and I mean, he's okay with her, but he's thinking about you like all the time. That's a ridiculous way to live. You can't, you guys, anybody who's listening to this, and if you're in this situation where you're with somebody and you're thinking about somebody else all the time, get the heck out of that situation. Go to the person you're thinking about all the time, okay? Just so that's completely clear. Jeez. But I feel like within the next couple of months, I feel like he's not going to be able to take it anymore. It's like he's like a pop that's been, you know, shooken up, and he has to let it out.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and if I were you, though, I would just I would look at my reading. I did a reading on if you're snubbed, when you're snubbed.
Okay.
Look at that reading, and it'll reveal a lot. Also, just forget about him as best you can, and just move on and date these other guys, and just, you know, don't rule out the other guys either, because there could be actually somebody better for you. You know, somebody more ready that doesn't have his head in the sand. You know.
Right. No,
I would put that another way, but
no, it's all good. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a beautiful night.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for going quick, guys. This is perfect. Okay, hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. It's Michelle.
Oh, Michelle, your daughter is precious. I loved her. She comes in, she was so cute. She's, my mom sent me.
I know.
And I was like, you guys look so much alike. I was like, is your mom Michelle? That's funny.
Yes, I'm trying to teach her about raising her vibration to a higher level because she deals with anxiety and depression.
Okay, so, good.
Everything I've learned, I want to share with her in terms of don't think down there at the bottom. Bring your vibrations up. This is what Amy tells me to do.
Aw, good. Now, are you doing okay? I know you just went through a lot.
I know, and I still am. So this week I go to my status conference for my divorce situation on Thursday. And just wanting to check in to see how my twin flame Jeff is doing. I know I sent you that message on WhatsApp regarding his comments about moving here. Was that a joke that he was just making?
Yeah.
Or is that something he's seriously considering?
Of course he is. He's even told you he wants to come in this direction.
For visiting, but I wasn't sure if that was like he was thinking about moving here.
Okay. Well, one of the things I just wanted to ask you, like, do you feel better having gotten that divorce? Do you feel relieved? Are you glad you're out of that situation?
I am. I have
okay, good.
Like not cried about it, and I actually feel just enlightened.
Are the kids doing okay?
The girls don't have a relationship with their dad, so they're yeah. The boys are probably a little bit more. It's taking them a little bit more to acclimate to the new situation.
But they're accepting it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's more. It's not about their father. It's more about the uncertainty. They just feel insecure about life right now. So so if you can set them up to where they feel kind of excited about what's to come. Maybe give them their own bedrooms, let them decorate however they want. Like make it exciting and fun. What this chapter of their life should be like something they remember being like, oh my gosh, I got a new lease on life. This is so exciting. That's when I got my Star Wars room. You know, I will never forget. Like we got to go to this new place, and we got to have forts every Friday night. We got pizza. Like make it really special for them. And make it memorable in a good way. You know what I mean? Replace the bad with the good. Okay, so let me look at your twin. Okay, hang on. He's getting so antsy. He wants to come out here so bad. I don't know why he hasn't come out already.
I don't know.
He goes, I'm scared.
Funny. I know, and that comment that you made about...
It's a happy scared. I think he did that on purpose so that you would see that comment.
Is it just
It's a little wink. It's a little wink. Like, he's also kind of dipping his toe in the water. Like, are you okay with that? Or maybe just a little warning. Ooh, he's packing up boxes. He's serious about moving, girl. Yeah.
Hilarious.
He's totally excited. Oh my gosh, he's so in love with you. He's so happy. He is just beside himself.
When we do communicate with each other, either through phone or text, he emotionally, he just is not like connected with his feminine side. He's more practical with his advice. It just, it was funny, his advice, because I told him my status conference is coming up this Thursday, and I said I'm a little nervous about it, and he's like, oh, just go get yourself some edibles. You live in Colorado. And then a kiss emoji. And oh my gosh. That's really so practical advice.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
Eat some edibles.
I'm going to eat some edibles. I'm like, yeah, that'll make negotiations go real smooth. Right?
That's hilarious. You'll be like laughing. They'll say something really serious and you'll be like, so, or like falling asleep, one or the other, depending on the edible, I guess.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
So yeah,
okay,
it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. He, I don't know when he's gonna tell you this, but it's like already a done deal between you two. So,
and I just quickly your YouTube video. We are like polar opposites in race. He's Caucasian and I'm Native American, and he lives in Tennessee in the South.
Ah, well, okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations. So, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff to get over. Did you like that video?
I didn't get a chance to finish watching it, but I'm going to watch the last 20 minutes. But I was like, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I mean, over 20-some years of being in separation and looping back around after 20 years and being total opposites in regards to race. I'm like, this is just so weird.
Yeah. Well, it should be a fun adventure.
I'm looking forward to it. I really missed him over the last 20-some years, and he was like one of the highlights of my life. So I'm
so beautiful.
Forward to getting that part of my life back that was just so peaceful and fun.
Aw, yay. All right, well, keep me posted.
I will.
All right.
Talk to you soon. Okay, bye.
Okay. Okay. Oops. Hello?
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
So, you and I had a reading just before Memorial Day where I was having
I knew this voice. I know this voice.
I'm the sassy one.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. Yeah. It's not as good as it should be, but...
Oh, okay. I'll have to have another talk with it.
Well, I know. We'll have to have another talk. The situation at work, that during that reading, so we mostly talked about the DM and the soulmates and what have you. But at the very end, we talked about some things I was challenged with at work, and then you put out a YouTube video, and I listened to that, And it was like kind of just ignore people that are saying things about you or doing things to you. Just ignore it. And that's how the takeaway I got from that video. I actually confronted the woman that it's gotten to the point where it's impacting my job performance, and set up a meeting, had an agenda, stated, the facts, and allowed her to come forward with any action for improvement. And at the very end, I said there's going to be no more demeaning, degrading statements. And at the end of and basically gave her a verbal warning. And at the end, she ended up packed up and left for the day. Probably maybe half an hour early to an hour early is what she would normally leave. So tomorrow is a new day. And this is a place where, we've already had to deal with sexual harassment, and now I'm dealing with this. And, part of me is like, why am I being challenged by this negativity? And two, can you read into how things might go with work? And by God, when am I going to get a new job? So,
how has she been acting since then, though?
Well, it was Friday. I scheduled the meeting. Yeah, so I scheduled the meeting for Thursday. She had to cancel due to her workload. And then it was Friday afternoon. We had the meeting. And the interesting thing is I actually had an attunement, my very first attunement, that Thursday night, which really took a lot of negativity out of me. And I was being very subjective. Yeah, very, just not objective, not subjective. And, so that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Okay, and I want to clarify something too. I don't know what video you're referring to, but I don't know about ever saying to ignore if people are being negative at work. Usually I say that if work is negative, get out of that workplace, because there's no reason being miserable somewhere. But I may have said to allow things like sometimes in work environments there will be negative things that happen, and rather than ruminating over it and making up stories about it in our minds and spinning out on it, it's more like let the waves move through you, kind of along the lines of Michael Singer's book Untethered Soul. Be aware of what your body goes through and what you feel like when you're in all that turmoil, but don't react to it and just let it flow through you. And it usually works out if you don't react. You could also, one of the exercises that you can do if somebody's treating you disrespectfully is to say in your mind to them, I respect your power. And it's very powerful. It doesn't seem like it would be, but when you show that person respect, it's like the respect that they're dying to have themselves. They feel powerless. That's why they're bullying and doing that sort of thing. So even if they feel it energetically, and even if you're just saying it in your mind, they're definitely going to feel it, and you will see a change in their behavior. It's just amazing how it works. But let me feel into the situation. You've got her worried. You've got her worried. Something about what you said made her feel uncomfortable. Let me see her. I think she's also looking to go somewhere else. And it's not because of you. It's just kind of I think something else is kind of pulling her too. So I think for both of you, it's kind of sometimes life will make you uncomfortable somewhere so that you'll start thinking to go somewhere else that you're actually supposed to be. You do feel like you're being drawn somewhere new. And it's going to be a totally different atmosphere. It's going to feel very, very different. Oh, I feel like you're going to be joking around with your coworkers and stuff at the new place more. I think there's going to be a lot of guys. You're going to be surrounded by guys.
Oh boy.
But they're great, and it's you're gonna.
I'm a flirt by nature. I'm a flirt. I can't help it.
Yeah, and these guys are flirts too, so we'll have to see what happens with that. But
yeah, so
I don't. I'm more feeling like like you feeling like you can just be comfortable. I'm just feeling more of that type of energy. Like you come in and you guys might razz each other and be funny and together. And I don't know if you guys ever cross the line, but it just definitely feels like a much more pleasant, comfortable environment for you.
Right.
So where does she find this
really
job?
Important.
Where does she find this job? I think you need to start talking to some people about it, some friends, because I think it's going to be through word of mouth. And one of the guys you might already know, one of the guys that works at this place. So start talking to some guy friends about...
So I had a guy friend contact me that we worked together years ago. He lives in Chicago. And he wanted me to... He's part owner of this company, and he wanted me to get my resume. And I'm like, what do you feel about moving to Chicago? And I'm like, no. I'm not moving to Chicago. But if you want to bring... That could be the place. I'm not doing it. I'm not going. It's not it. It's not for me.
Okay. Is there another place for her coming through? Yeah. I'm not sure if that was the one, but yeah, I think it might have been. Okay. Would I see you there though?
Well, I'm very grateful, but I'm not. I've visited Chicago once, and I know I won't be happy living in a metropolis. It's not. I know a lot of people who used to live in Chicago that moved to Colorado.
Okay. It doesn't feel like you're actually like downtown in a busy area. It feels like you're actually out more. I don't know, on the outskirts more. It feels like a peaceful place. It kind of has a Boulder feel to it. The place I'm tapping into. Is there a place in Boulder for her that's a really great opportunity? Yeah. Where does she find that one? Word of mouth. I just feel like you got to start telling everybody.
Okay.
Start telling everybody you really don't like being where you are. And they're like, that'll do the trick. They're like giving me the thumbs up. That'll do the trick.
Okay. And so when I go into work on Monday, I'm going to do my best to be as positive, polite, and professional, obviously. I've even put her in my prayers, surrounded her by some pink energy.
Good.
Knowing that she's obviously hurting herself to be acting this way towards people.
Yeah, just try. Are those birds in your background or mine? Those are some loud birds. They're cool. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, so definitely remember, I respect your power in your head to her, like as often as possible, and report back to me what happens. It'll be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
for sure. Thank you, Amy.
All right, you're welcome. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Hello?
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Hi, it's Callie.
Hey, Callie.
Hey, so, sorry if you hear airplanes going over my house. Okay, so I'm going to try and make this very quick. So,
Thank you.
last month was my birthday, and I work at a spiritual health and wellness store, and so a bunch of my friends were super sweet and gave me, some birthday readings and things like that. And so with the first one that came through with the twin flame, it was I'm getting that you really need to it's kind of you need to be persistent and you need to put yourself out there, and he'll respond to that even if it seems difficult
or whatever.
That, you don't want to do. Yeah. And so I was just kind of I don't know. And then it seemed like there were two more readings that came through where it was I'm getting that you ask him out for coffee. And I was okay, universe, I guess I'll muster up the courage and I'll do it. And then finally, this one day, a medium came in to inquire about doing an event, And of course, like, I'm like, yeah, so here's the email to email someone. And she's like, wait, someone's coming in right now to talk to you. And I was like, okay. And it was my twin flame. And I was just like, oh my God, all right. And like, I asked like what he thinks of me and all this stuff. And she was like, oh, well, he feels like you don't care about him and that like you're out of his league and you should ask him out for coffee. And I was like, all right, cool. And I got excited. And like, for once I was like, okay, yes, universe, I'm not only going to like be courageous, I'm going to be like excited and just not fear like being rejected or anything. So I was like, I can't wait to ask him out. He's going to be so excited. And so I asked him for coffee and he didn't respond. And I was like, you know, this is so, like, this isn't out of character for him. So yeah, it was like in line. And so I waited 3 days and I texted him again last night and still no response. And so I'm just like, this is like, I feel so let down by like the universe for making me do this. So I want to know like what is going through his brain and his heart and like what is happening.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is just hilarious. Sometimes guys are super shy, Capricorns, and they're commonly like that, but you know, sometimes you really do have to put out the effort, and they may or may not respond, but I would rely on cards to know how they really feel.
Yeah, and I've been pulling cards, and I'm just like, I don't know. Amy, please tell me what he's feeling.
All right, just for fun, since we're talking about cards, I have cards right here. The Emperor on the bottom of the deck, he's coming into his power. He's
okay.
like, let's see here. Okay, how is he really feeling? I'm going to pull 3 cards. I might have to get clarifiers. We'll see.
Okay.
Okay. Is he a Capricorn?
He's a Taurus like me. His birthday is 4 days after mine, and so the medium was like, you should bring him a cupcake or something. So I was like, yeah, great. I'll ask him for coffee, and I'll bring him a cupcake. Just kidding. I might not see him for coffee at all.
Okay. I would say, so he's working very, very hard to be the man with the Midas touch. He's trying really hard to be the husband material. And he wants the happy family with you, everything, dog, cat, house, everything you guys have ever wanted. So basically he's stacking his coins right now. He's not ready because he's distracting himself with work, yes, but he's also trying to get up as much money as possible to be a husband because he wants you to be his wife. You got the husband card and the wifey card. And guess what other card? The Hierophant card, the marriage card, along with the World. And with the World is like ending a cycle, beginning a brand new one, which is much more in line with who you really are. And the thing that's been holding him back would be fear, 8 of Swords.
Yeah.
But he's coming into his power as the Emperor, and he definitely wants to marry you. He's got you in his sights, and don't let the shyness or the ghosting fool you.
So am I supposed to wait, and not leave him alone now, or?
Yeah, leave him alone. You know, it's like I would just completely, totally spill your heart, even if it's like crushingly embarrassing and vulnerable. Just be like, I love you. Don't you get it? You know, just like pour it out. Just pour it out. Let him know exactly how you feel. It's just going to make him feel more confident, and it's going to just make him feel really good looking at those cards. So do it.
So
and
really,
then
put it all out on the table. Just go for it.
Put it all out there. As awful as that feels, yes.
So is he going to get back to me in the next week?
And listen to your intuition and get away from your own fears that would keep you from doing it. What?
Yeah. Is he going to get back to me, in the next week? Because I asked him for coffee for, next weekend, and I don't know.
No.
Is he? No? Okay.
No. It's going to be like, I feel like he might be saying something to you like within a couple weeks or so.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
All right. Have a great night.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Okay, there's a slight possibility that my roommate might be getting home any second. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going until she walks in. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. This is Jeanette. I had, I got a mini reading from you day after my birthday. And
Okay.
I've been following the kind of the twin flame journey for over almost a decade now, but I finally thought, and now I know, I met him in December. It was short, sweet, a month together, and then, of course, the whole journey, turned into exactly what you've been describing. And the separation has been just absolutely traumatic for me because I'm older, and I've already been married for 26 years, have 2 older children, so it's like this is just, it's just tearing me apart, and I'm not sure what to do now because 2 days after I got your reading, which is a fabulous reading, by the way, I was so impressed, and I felt so connected to it. And I just felt him in the 5D. I felt him ready. I felt him, ready with an offer. And I saw him 2 days later, and it was completely opposite of the reading. He was
That's amazing.
Back in his what I call his Casanova self, and he was wearing a mask, and I just literally I had to separate from him. I had to literally cut the cord to his energy because I kept feeling him all the time. And so now I'm kind of stuck in a place, and it's like, is there someone else coming in? What is going on? I'm really confused right now.
Okay. Hang on just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and put you on mute, though, because I'm not going to be able to answer any more questions you have, but I'll give you all the questions, everything I can right now. And thanks for calling.
All right.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, let's see.
No, just kidding.
Okay. So let's feel into this situation here. Yeah, that's his default. So just know that that's what he's defaulting to his defense mechanism. I think he was really surprised to see you. So I feel like he just put up a wall, put up a shield. I think he regrets it. I think he feels really bad about it. And will he reach out to you sometime soon? I actually don't think so. I feel like it's gonna be, it's like he's licking his wound. He's got a lot of ego yet. So I don't know, this boy's got to grow up to be a man at some point, but feels like within about a month or so, you might hear, like, he might kind of put his toe in the water and see, like, if you're open enough to kind of do something, or like talk or text or something. He's just going to kind of test you out just a little bit in about a month or so. I really don't see him kind of like really ready for something until he is able to really take a look at himself. But I do get an 8, so maybe in August. But I would there are definitely at least 2 other true love options for you coming through at this time. So get out there, be dating, and just, make that list of all the qualities and all the things that you want in a guy, and how you want that relationship to be, and what you want him to be like, and start dating and looking for those qualities in someone. And he might just miss out, because of that fateful moment when he, put his walls up at you. So, but thank you for calling, and I'm going to get to the next caller now, who's been patiently waiting for 43 minutes. Thank you so much. Hi. Are you there?
Is that me?
Yes, it's you.
Me? It's me?
It is.
Hey, Amy, it's Will.
Hey, Will.
How are you?
Good. How about you?
Oh, I'm all right. I'm rolling with the changes, to quote that old REO Speedwagon song. Remember that one? Roll with the changes. So that's where I'm at. I'm converting the van to be
cool.
livable. I've been spending some nights in there with the solar and propane heater, and getting a lot of good help in converting that, and feeling drawn down to that San Luis Valley, down to the Crestone area. You had seen that for me, and I feel it for me when I'm down there, and so I'm back. Yeah. However, I'm back up here in Evergreen, where I had maintained a little office for $212.50 a month, and had been sharing it with a fellow who decided to step out, and so now I need to kind of decide whether to cut bait with this office or share with a couple of options. A Scott I met on Friday, and then a Sharon who I had just spoken here with it about it with her, and
I would share with Sharon.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. There feels like a lot of really good synergy there that could happen. Yeah. At the same time, I think I need to make it so that I'm not setting an expectation that I'm up here very much. I'm finding that kind of plan I had in my head to be bilocational and come up here, like one week and be down there 2 weeks. I think I got to really commit to that area down there, and yeah, you feel it too.
Well, yeah, in the way that you're describing.
Yeah. So it's there's something energetic about it for me down there that really draws me in, and where I am feels complicated in some ways. It's very pleasant in some regards. However, it's a sort of complicated place for me to be up where I am in Evergreen. Not sure if you can lean into that in any way. Well, there's a possibility that I could entirely rent this office out to Sharon, and then I could have no office here. I would purely come back up to see Nalini and Daisy and visit, and there wouldn't be a kind of business interest in the town in some ways. But
so it is. Oh boy, that's a tough one to feel out here. Let me see though.
There's a lot of connections here in this building.
Okay, so should he share the part-time? I feel like the option of sharing with her part-time and then going back and forth to the the other place. I think you should leave behind the chaos of where you're at, like in Evergreen, but yet partially still work out of the office with Sharon, and then that other place that you're drawn to a lot, go there. And I feel like even you can still squeeze in some time with Nalini in there.
Right.
Does that sound right?
Yeah.
If I got that right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you the names of 3 women too that I've had powerful encounters with in the last few months. Number 1 is Mary.
Just say all 3.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Just Mary, Patricia, and Tanya. And Tanya is the third one. Mary.
Patricia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. What are you feeling there?
Are you talking romantic or work?
Yeah, romantic.
Okay, hang on. Yeah. Patricia is very, I mean, I feel like the first one can be a bit of an ice queen sometimes. It's like she can really cut through. She's like the Queen of Swords. I feel like she'd just be a little bit harsh for you. The Patricia feels like she'd just be warm, loving, understanding. She'd get you. What is she not as pretty as you're used to or something? It just feels like she's like the Queen of Cups. And the third one would be confusing as hell. It just feels like she'd just be all over the place. She couldn't make up her mind here. She couldn't make up her mind there. I feel like she'd be like trying to pin down I don't know, something that doesn't want to be pinned down.
Okay.
So, of those three, I would say Patricia.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, are we good? Because I got one more caller and I gotta get out of here.
Oh, be free. See ya.
All right, thank
Cheers.
you. Have a great night. Bye, Will. Thanks for calling.
Bye. Yeah, bye.
Let me see here. And hello?
Hi, Amy. This is Danielle. Can you hear me?
Hi. A little like you're quiet, but I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I put it on speaker. That should be better. Oh, we're talking. Yay. Okay. I actually just watched your video that was what to do about vast differences. Okay. So I'm going to just tell you a little bit, and it's been a question that I've been like, who's the right person to go to and talk to about this? Because it's a big blockage between my twin flame and I. Mainly, he uses it as an excuse not to be with me. Like, bottom line, like, we're
they do that.
too different because of this.
Right.
And it's religion to him.
Okay.
It is a big difference. I was raised Catholic, open-minded. I've, open to, all types of religions, spiritual paths, and, having been on this journey now going on a year, in July of actually being aware of it, it's changed my life. And so, I'm very open-minded to kind of all of it at this point. And we kind of, started talking about it at one point. I've learned that he feels very strongly against, religion. And it sounds a little bit undeveloped there, at least when he discusses me, like, I have these problems. I'm like, oh, okay, that's how defined religion is. Doesn't mean all religion or all spirituality is bad, but he still uses that as why we can't be together for the most part.
Wait, what's his religion, or what are his beliefs?
He, according to him, he's atheist.
Okay. Okay.
So what to do? Because yeah, go for it.
Okay, hang on a minute. Have you guys had talks about finding a common ground? He has to believe that love is a good thing. He's got to believe that good vibrations are a good thing. Thinking positive is a good thing. Like, where can you guys meet on the same level? He's getting along with other people of other religions all the time in his life. He's got coworkers that aren't the same. He's got friends that aren't the same. Obviously, he can make it work. Do you think all his friends are atheists? Are all of his family members atheists? I don't think so. You know what I mean? If he wants to make it work, he can, and he has. So I think what he's afraid of is butting heads about those subjects. So I think you just need to come up with a way to present a common theme or a common thing that you guys can both agree on, so that you can always come back to that in an argument. You know what I mean? If either of you should go on some kind of a tangent, you need to come back to well, we all believe that there should be harmony on the planet, or something like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if you can appeal to him on that level and talk about how there's like a safe zone that you guys could go to should there be any kind of arguments. You've always got like social gatherings where people are spouting off their strong opinions all the time, right? he's got to be dealing with it on a regular basis. Being an atheist, he's already got so much opposition in his life if he opens his mouth about that, right? How are you any different?
He feels a lot more strongly about it than I do. I'm pretty open-minded, so I think he perceives me as maybe, I think it's like kind of like the divine feminine, like, oh, she's so pure, she's so good, you know, it's a lot more to it. I don't really have, like, I have, you know, beliefs, but again, I'm pretty open-minded, and I'm I'm open to hearing what he has to say, but for the other way around, he just shuts it down and makes that as the bottom line, as it's kind of almost an excuse or a scapegoat.
Totally.
But
it totally is.
Yeah.
So try to have that talk with him that I was talking about. And if that doesn't give him you're looking for a placebo or some way that something he'll buy into that will make him want to come your direction a little bit and not feel it feels like he's scared a little bit. But if you can't get him to agree to that and he keeps like digging his heels in like that, then it's kind of like you're just going to have to respect that he's made that decision and come up with that excuse. And they can, you know, they have free will, they can do that. But I would definitely try to appeal to his logical mind. You know, try to, and again, like I said, like he's dealing with this all the time on a regular basis anyway. He's totally using it as an excuse because he goes to social gatherings and he knows how to deal with this already. He's been living his life as an atheist for some time, and he's got plenty of people who aren't. So it's a total excuse. But again, if you find some kind of common ground where you guys can both agree, you might be able to get him to buy into some neutrality that can, you know, you'll be like, you have no more excuses, dude, because, you know, I know you know how to get along with somebody who is not an atheist, you know. But you can say, but I understand that you're practicing your free will and you don't want to be with me for whatever reason that is. And you can even, you know, insinuate that there's some other reason. And then just completely back off and just say, I don't agree with you and I don't think it's an issue. And I think you don't believe in yourself, and whatever you feel like that issue is, which it does feel like he is insecure about how he feels like I really feel like he is afraid that you guys are going to have communications about that issue and you're going to end up leaving him and getting fed up with his strong opinion about it. So, I mean, even though you're so open-minded, you know what I mean? It's just he's insecure about his own ability to like keep his cool. What? What are you going to say?
I just don't even believe that it's even that strong of an opinion. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure what,
you know, it's just about. It's just feeling, it's just feeling inadequate. Yeah, it's inadequate and insecure is what it feels like. He just feels inadequate, insecure, you know, the communication's been coming up a lot with these guys lately. They're just, he doesn't feel like he could handle whatever comes up between you guys. For some reason, he feels insecure about his ability to communicate clearly or something. So, hang on a minute. Let me feel into this in terms of like, you know, what you could say to him. When was the last time you talked to him?
I'm getting kind of drawing a blank right now, but it was recently, and it actually, I mean, we reunited actually the day before my birthday, completely as surprise. Just hit it back off again, and then a few weeks later, it was like he broke up with me all over again as I introduced him to this journey, essentially, just to keep the conversation going. I just throw things his way. And I said, this is actually shared in my YouTube video, someone discussing like a past life experience because we had went to meditation together, which again, for him, that's like totally out of character. This is like not his arena at all. He's like athletic, like very like not my typical type, like very, you know, logical engineer, like, that's what he's used to. That's his norm. That's how he's operated for, you know, as long as he's been.
And he just kind of went back with, yeah, that was a nice date, but it's probably not going to happen because of all these things.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that was like my first time really crying for him, I felt like he actually had broke up with me for the first time. Like,
he's just insecure, that's all. So I feel like you need to do something similar to a few callers ago. Like, I think you need to do some kind of a Hail Mary where you're like just giving a summary of what you feel is really going on and that he's just scared, without demasculating him or emasculating him as best you can. But just be like, everyone's scared, of this. And I remember, like, a lot of feminines, when they go to express the twin flame journey, the guys they freak out. And so just pretend that you're never going to speak another word to him again. Really summarize it up as beautifully as you can, as heartfelt as you can, and speak your ultimate truth. And then let him know that you're going to be respecting his wishes, and you're going to completely back off until or unless he has a change of heart. No, I wouldn't say that part. I would just say goodbye.
At this point, I'm pretty much trying to just make peace with all of it and just move forward. Yeah. And whatever happens in the future, I'm just gonna allow it, because I kind of know what my ultimate truth is in regards to it. But I'm just gonna let it take its course and see what happens.
Perfect.
It would be awesome if he could join me.
Right. Will he join her? Yes. I don't think it'll be too long. If you don't talk to him for a while, I feel like it'll be around 5 weeks or so. And I feel like an apology is coming. I don't know how much he'll admit, you know what I mean? But an apology is coming.
Yeah.
Some kind of little playful, silly. Yeah. He'll work his way back in, and it's going to feel playful. So, and you're going to have no problem forgiving him.
Yeah, it's just unconditional love is what it is. It can find its way back even when you thought you were done.
That's awesome.
Well,
what a beautiful way to end tonight. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, everybody, I'm going to wrap it up, and just thank you so much again. Thank you for calling. Thank you for listening. You guys are beautiful, and we'll catch you next time on the Satori Show.